What's up everybody, it's Sean here today to give you guys a review of the women's Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG in the Starfish colorway. Today's video is sponsored by Heffelux. Heffelux is my all-time favorite sneaker insoles, and they sell eTPU insoles, which really is the same material you'll find inside Adidas Boost. So if you're looking to add some additional comfort for inside your shoes, be sure to check out their website, which I'll link down below in the description box. You'll see they sell a variety of different insoles, so depending on the type of insole density and the cushioning setup you're looking for, you're going to find there's a suitable insole that fits anyone's foot. So I've been a paying customer of Heffelux for years now, and I personally find them to be extremely comfortable. So if you guys want to check them out and try a pair for yourself, be sure to use the code BOO, that's BOO at checkout, and get 33% off your entire purchase. So this is an upcoming women's Air Jordan 1 High that released earlier here in Canada through our Nike.ca website. So I believe these are already released in Europe, which is where Nike Canada's stock is tied to, but the US release I believe is set for October 27th, and they're retailing for $180 US or 235 Canadian dollars. And the official colorway for this shoe is white, starfish, cacao wow, and sail. So based on the research I was doing and some of the stuff that I read online, so I believe the colorway of this shoe was actually inspired by the Hermes Birkin bag. But according to Nike on the Nike.com official description, they for some reason tied this back to the shattered Backboard uniform once again. So this is in reference to Michael Jordan back in 1985. He was in Italy for a promotional basketball tour, and the uniform he wore was in that signature orange and black. And it's during one of those games where he broke the backboard, shattering the glass all over the ground, and that's what created this whole shattered backboard line of colorways. So to my understanding, this colorway has nothing officially tied to shattered backboard, but it seems like Nike is trying to maybe manufacture hype by giving it that SBB title. Either way though, so diving into the details of this shoe, so on the toe box, you can see that this is crafted in a smooth white leather and has this perforated look to it just like all your other Air Jordan 1s. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have a nicely tumbled orange colored leather, which in real life has a bit more of a muted and slightly burnt tone to it, as opposed to the overly bright and vibrant orange tone that we see sometimes on the promotional images. You can see right here on the side flap, we have this extra stitch that goes up about halfway, which I have no idea why this was included, but I found it to be very interesting. And the same tumbled orange leather covers the eyelets of the shoe as well. And then beneath this, on the mid panel, we have more of that smooth white leather, and then overlaid on top of this, we have this orange leather swoosh. This same orange leather covers the top portion of the shoe, and on the lateral side only, debossed within it, we have the Air Jordan Wings logo, which is done in this brown color. And this brown color reappears once again, surrounding the top portion of the ankle collar area, where this is covered in leather as well. And then surrounding the bottom of the heel, we have more of that tumbled orange leather once again. Hanging off the shoe, it comes with this square leather hang tag with Nike Air branding in brown, but they also give you a secondary hang tag as well. This one is crafted out of a brown colored leather, and I believe this is supposed to mimic the look of a Birkin bag, where they typically have this extra leather hang tag that's hanging off the handle. And I thought this was a really dope added touch, giving the shoe more of an elevated and premium feel. In terms of laces, so these come with two different lace options. The standard default lace is a flat style lace in orange, but they also give you a secondary sail colored lace as well. And instead of the typical clear bag, the laces come packaged in this recycled paper, and it's always good to be environmentally friendly. Underneath this, we have a thin nylon tongue, which is given a slightly vintage look with a bit of a yellowish tone to it. And at the very top, we have this nylon tag with Nike Air branding in orange. The back of the tongue and the interior of this shoe, this is lined in a thick fleece lining in white, which I honestly wasn't the biggest fan of. I would have probably preferred maybe an orange lining instead, something that would make it stand out a little bit less. And then as for the insoles, so these come with a polyurethane foam insole. It has that same white colored fleece lining on top, and stamped on the heel we have Nike Air branding in orange. So the upper of these Air Jordan 1s sits atop this solid rubber cup sole, which is once again given that vintage touch in the slightly cream or off-white tone. Encased within the midsole but not visible to the eye, there is Nike Air technology for cushioning and impact protection. And then turning the shoe over to the bottom, this is just your classic Air Jordan 1 outsole. And in this case, it's entirely constructed out of an orange colored rubber. We have that same circular pivot point on the forefoot and the Nike logo found right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of this pair. And for those wondering about sizing, so once again, keep in mind, this is a women's release, and I'm not exactly sure what the biggest size these will come in, but basically to get your women's size equivalent, assuming you are a male, you would go up 1.5 sizes. So in my case, I'm a size 10, and I got these in a size 11.5 women's. And for example, if you're a men's 8, you should get a women's 9.5. And I'd say that these fit pretty similarly to a standard men's Air Jordan 1 high as well. But if anything, if I'm nitpicking, I feel like they fit maybe slightly more narrow in this toe box right here, but not enough that I'd want to go up a half size. So whatever size you normally wear for the Air Jordan 1 high, I'd stick with that same size for this pair as well. Moving on to the comfort, so these feel like any other Air Jordan 1. So with that said, it's going to feel very stable and very low to the ground. There's not too much from a softness and step and comfort perspective, but the leather they use on the upper feels pretty soft straight out of the box. So it wasn't like you needed a lot of break-in time to really soften up the shoe. Last but not least, in terms of the overall quality and the craftsmanship. So I want to preface this section by saying I'm by no means a leather expert. If you want someone that's actually very knowledgeable about leather, check out the channel Rose Anvil. But just from the eye test, I thought that the materials were very solid. The white leather felt a little bit thin, but it still had a nice softness to it, and this orange leather had a nice tumbled feel to it, and I was very happy with the quality of this leather as well. And this brown leather at the very top, it felt a little bit stiffer than the rest, but this could have been just a quality control issue. And I'd say that quality wise, it wasn't bad at all either. However, according to the Nike.com description of this shoe, they mention, and I quote, super luxe semi-matte faux leather and embossed leather, which implies there's some sort of synthetic leather that's used on the upper of the shoe. And what leather they use on the shoe that wasn't genuine, I honestly couldn't tell. And from an overall craftsmanship and build standpoint, there were no real glue stains, the stitch job was very good. So I was very, very happy with how these turned out in hand. So with all that out of the way now, let me toss these on feet and I'll show you guys how these look. Overall, whether Nike wants to associate this with shattered backboard or what I originally saw, which was its ties to high-end luxury bags, for what this shoe is, I think it's a very, very clean colorway. In fact, I think it's perfect for the current fall season. And while some people were saying that they would have preferred if this brown leather was black instead, I kind of like how they gave us something a little bit different. It doesn't follow that same exact blueprint of shattered backboard, and by giving us an Air Jordan 1 in a combination of orange, brown, and these cream colored hits, I think it really makes this shoe stand on its own, and it's not just another repeat or copycat of the shattered backboard story. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this pair. For anyone watching that lives in the States, are you planning on copying these when these drop on Nike's website on October 27th? Is this gonna be a pass for you? Either way, drop a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8, check out my Twitter at sean.go, and visit my website at seango.ca. So until next time, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review and hopefully it helped you in some way. Thank you for the continued love and support, and I'll catch you guys all in my next review.